Hey, it's Chris here, and today our friends at Cinoton has sent us another item to review. So if you're interested in checking this out, stick around and stay tuned. So what we have here today is the Cinoton 120-foot outdoor string lights. These lights have the classic bulb style, as you can see, and these lights are made for outdoor patios, hanging around like vestibules and different area like that for lighting. They have multiple different functions on these of different flashing to high and low light dimming setup. So we're going to get these out of the box here. I'm going to string them out a little bit and show you. I'll show you the lighting on them, and then we're going to put them up here in the garage. I'm not going to put them in the whole garage just because I'm going to be working in the whole garage. I'm going to put them up in the second half here, and we'll see how everything goes. So in the box, you get the lights, of course. You also get a paperwork, and you get a remote. This is remote controlled. Very simple buttons and features here for the lighting. Now, without further ado, I'm going to get a power supply, and I'm going to get something set up so we can see the lights, and I can show a little bit of the features. Now, I have to fair warn you, if you are photosensitive, you may want to skip ahead, and I will put it down below here to where you can skip ahead to get away from this photosensitive. So the lights here, there's 120 foot of them. There's 60 light bulbs. Now, one thing I didn't mention is it does come with spare light bulbs. It comes with 2 spare light bulbs in the box here. And these light bulbs, I'm actually going to bring it up close here. These are like the kind of the old style lights that they used for Christmas lights with the ends. It's a plastic housing, plastic covering. And there, like I said, there's 60 of them here. Now, you have the end here. You can't daisy chain these like you can like the Harbor Freight lights that I use all the time, which is okay. I mean, there's enough here. 120 foot's quite a bit. But they say on Amazon 24 volts that runs through. In the United States, our household is 110 volts. So this is basically a reducer, plus it's also your setup for the power remote. Now, the cord here itself, you have this long cord that you can use, but you can also unscrew it out of the waterproof setup. And what it'll do is you don't have to use all this if you have an area that has an outlet that's really close by. You just unplug them, and it goes straight onto there as well. And you have a waterproof hookup, which is kind of nice because you don't have all this extra. I think there's like 6 foot, if I remember rightly, onto there. Now, as I messed around here and put that in the wrong area, it just shows it's very foolproof. The ends, you can't connect these wrong. I just tried accidentally. The plug-ins have a half moon shape, have an area where it's flat. You can't reverse polarity or anything. Now, I have a small power bank here. These run off of 9 watts. This is a 100-watt power bank, so it's not going to pull enough to where we can actually see it for testing. Now, that's just the regular light. Now, whenever they're unplugged for a while, that's where it comes at. Now, what's nice is these have a dimmer setup where you can turn them. That's actually the lowest setting. You can push it. That's the highest setting right now. They're a white light. Now, you can turn them off. You turn them off and on by the remote. Remote takes 2 AAA batteries. You have to provide your own batteries, unfortunately. So that's one thing to remember whenever you do get something like this. Order your batteries if you don't have them. Now, the last light setting that you set up, when you turn it back on, if you turn it off at that, it will come back on to it. That's another thing to remember, because if you are using one of the multiple settings. Now, you have the straight lights. Now, I'm going to get into where everything's going to be flashing here. And like I said before, you can skip ahead to right there. Then you don't have to see the stuff. I don't want to see anybody having, any kind of seizures or anything. Now, this is number 2. This is number 2, lighting. It's a slow blink. You can also turn the blinks up on your remote control. Kind of a light, easy blinking, on and off. Now, 3 is a little bit more aggressive. You can turn that down. You can turn it up. 4 is also a quick blink. You can turn that up as well. Turn that down. And then 5 is what they call breathe. You can see where it pulsates. And you can turn that up. Kind of like the beat of the music, but it doesn't interact with music. So let's get back to 1. Now that you're back with us, I'm going to go and take these. I'm going to put them up where we're at right now. And I'm going to show everybody how bright they are. And inside this building may not be exactly where these would be used at all times, because we are talking about something that could be for outside. But it gives you an idea of the brightness of these lights. So without further ado, I'll shut them off. And I'll bring you guys back once I get them installed. So we got it all set up here. I'm kind of in the dark. Now it'd be nice if I had some light. That's on a high setting. That's kind of low. So using the garage here, it'll show you what it would kind of look like if you're doing an indoor setup with this. Now the lights are tripled in the where I'm at, so I wrap them 3 times. If you don't put them in 3 times, they're not going to look like that. It'll be probably a little bit dimmer, but it's really bright. You can see I'm lit up pretty decent, but that's the lighting. You'll also have an option to turn these on for 3 hours and 6 hours. So you could turn them on for 3 hours, do what you're doing, and leave. If you're only in there for an hour and a half and didn't turn the light out, it'll automatically turn off. Really nice feature as well. Now, link will be down in the description for these. Right now, whenever I'm filming this, they are $39.99 on Amazon with a coupon code, or with a coupon. If you click the little check mark, it will give you, I think it's 30% off. So check it out if you are interested. Cinoton makes some decent equipment. I've already checked out their light. It works perfect still. So check out Cinoton. Check out their equipment. Check out what they have to offer. We're going to catch everybody on the next one. Stay safe out there. Have a good one, and God bless.